joining us from VGTribune, Matthew Wynn.
Hello.
Sorry,
Hi.
Jason. Yeah,
Hey guys.
you're a bit. Anyway, so Matthew, you're from VGTribune, which is a site about video games.
Yeah, I'm the co-editor-in-chief, webmaster. I would say jack of all trades, although I'm not a master of one. I would say I picked up the site from Roger, and Roger Space.
Yeah.
He kind of got me my inside scoop at the site, and kind of worked my way up to doing a site redesign the past year, and now we're looking for new writers. So that's how you and I met, and we're glad to have you, and looking forward to continuing the site with you. So.
Yeah, so I'm now a writer for VGTribune, which is a big thing for me this past week. I've done Kid Icarus Uprising review. I'll probably put that in the description. I mentioned that again. But you may have already noticed there's no Jack this week. God knows where he is.
Jason, where's he going? I forget now.
Ow.
I think he's going for Neil's statue, if I understand rightly. For Neil Maker, Street Pass Southampton's main guy is getting married.
Oh yeah.
And apparently
So
that's it. They're going kart racing dressed as Mario characters, so that would be interesting to see
That
the
would be
pictures.
pretty fun, yeah.
I'm sure they'll share.
Yeah, so congrats to them on their marriage.
Soon to be, yeah.
Soon to be, yeah. But yeah, so we're still gonna do our usual stuff. So let's move on to the news section. This is our news section. There's been quite a good amount of news, I believe. Let's start from one that was very recent. Today of recording, Friday, the 3rd of July. The prototype SNES PlayStation has been found, which you may have not known. I think back in the 90s, Nintendo and Sony had sort of partnership to create a system, which I think was Nintendo PlayStation. I think like Sony was like, well, I don't know how it exactly went down, but Sony just quit and they created the PlayStation. But Nintendo just partnered with Philips to create the infamous CDI. So I think this is, I don't know if it's the only, but as far as I know, I think this is one of the only. It's very rare to see a prototype console, though, isn't it? One that's quite historic, really.
I honestly wasn't sure if it was real or not. I was just like, what the hell? Somebody had some spare time.
Yeah, so like the controller of it is basically SNES controller, but it has Sony PlayStation on it as well, and it also has the original SNES logo on it when it's like these four sort of curves on it. So it's a bit strange, well, seeing the Sony logo on there. There's a video there. But yeah, I just thought it'd be quite cool to point out the fact that there's a SNES PlayStation, because without this there wouldn't be PlayStation. So
True.
I wonder what game. I'm looking at the article on Reddit. It looks like there's a game in there. I can't tell what it is.
I read about this story this morning,
yeah,
and basically what it is, as Matt said, Sony contributed with Nintendo to create a new console, which essentially is what we know of today is Super Nintendo, but without Sony, of course. What happened was Nintendo decided to, at the very end towards development, Nintendo decided to turn their back on them, and they disappeared off to create the Super Nintendo, and then PlayStation didn't like that, so they went their way and made the PlayStation to overwhelm Nintendo.
yeah.
What the guy has is the prototype of that system, and it does have a game, but as far as anyone knows, or it hasn't even been confirmed, that whether if the console can be powered up and what is on that cartridge, because obviously I don't think that cartridge would even fit or even be compatible with the Super Nintendo. But as far as we know, yeah, it's super rare because apparently the guy, his father, I think it said in the article, that he used to work for Nintendo and stuff around that time. And apparently it was just found in some random box of junk. Which is a pretty good find. Now.
It's a pretty good find, yeah.
Can you imagine if he had just sold it to a thrift store? Someone would have been jumping
I would
for
be
joy.
very interested though what is on that game. On that cartridge rather. If there is
it's
anything
like a Super Famicom cassette. I think the Nintendo PlayStation was to support SNES games, so it's probably a game that we already know, but no, it could be like a completely different game. You never know. But
That game,
It's really hard to tell.
based on the cartridge shapes, I know that the Japanese cartridges for the SNES system had a bit more
they're
curve
always
to it.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that looks
They're
definitely
weird.
that looks like it's got a bit of a curve. I don't know if it's a Japanese game. Maybe it's Earthbound 3.
Yeah, I think it's yeah, I think it's SNES because it's on the back. It says Super Famicom. But yeah, I think this was pretty neat. Pretty neat bit of news. And speaking of things that were never were, there was in fact an F-Zero in the making. Well, not even in the making. So we would have had a Wii U F-Zero, and it would have been shown off at its reveal in E3 2011. So, let me just try and find. I had it here. Yep. So Nintendo approached this company called Criterion, I think. Yeah, Criterion.
They made previous ones, I believe.
Yeah, and they specialised in racing games as well. But at the time, Criterion was hard at work bringing Need for Speed Most Wanted to multiple platforms, and couldn't spare the time to create the F-Zero game. And the other reason I think was Criterion founder Alex Ward. I think one reason was because he was tired of making racing games. Which is a bit fair enough, you eventually get tired of something. But the other reason is that he didn't want to work on an already owned franchise or IP. Which I think is a bit stupid, but I would just like your thoughts on the F-Zero that never was, let's say.
I was starting to think that an F-Zero would be on the horizon due to the DLC for Mario Kart.
But this was even.
I seriously thought that would be a hint.
But this was like even before like Mario Kart 8 started development even. So it may.
That hiding stuff. Nintendo's been really good at hiding stuff now at the moment, so we never know.
This, yeah. But yeah, you could be on something like maybe this could have been what made them want F-Zero DLC Mario Kart 8. But yeah, I just kind of find it weird to I wouldn't say weird, it's just kind of missed opportunity because you could be making on a franchise that people had been dying for ages. Has been quite dormant, I think, since GBA, GameCube era. So to turn it down was quite big, I would say. No?
Maybe they'll bring it back for the NX. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
I've heard.
I think personally they're going to focus more on Mario Kart since it's their big thing, and then leave that as like maybe like a new launching title for the NX. I don't think they were going to try and have two at once and then have nothing for their next big console.
Well,
that would make sense because didn't I also hear a rumor that the Wii U is kind of at the end of its life cycle already. I mean, they already announced the new system upcoming.
Yeah, so
Well,
I think Wii U's going to be a bit short-lived.
it's kind of complicated in a way. I mean, yeah, a lot of rumors at the moment are going around saying that the NX will have a release date for July next year. July next year? Yeah.
I don't believe that rumor. I don't.
Yeah, it's very. I don't want to believe it because I still think the Wii U can still go for another good couple of years before end of its life cycle.
Yeah, it's too soon.
It just seems way too early. It's
Because,
it's been out for like what 3 years, 4 years. That's way too short for a console life cycle.
Yeah, but like not only that, they haven't even shown off NX at all, and they said I don't think it would be right to show off NX at any other time apart from E3, and that's going to be in June.
All they've done is announce the name. That's it. We can't really.
No, it's a code name even. Like it's just code named that NX. We haven't got an official name even.
It's like the GameCube. I'm pretty sure it was really early. We found out about Dolphin. It was codenamed Dolphin, and the funny fact about that is that the chip inside the GameCube actually has a dolphin on.
Yeah.
They haven't changed it, but yeah. I still think that it's just pure rumors. I don't like rumors. Rumors to me are just people going on the internet and just go, you know what? I'm just going to take a crack at this. I'm going to predict this, and then if it happens, then hey ho, I'm a genius. If not, then nobody cares.
The other thing that I don't believe about it is that I think I just saw on the headline. I think was that it was expected to sell I think about at least 10 million, if not 20 million units in this first year. No, that would not be the case. If the Wii U has only just reached about 10 million, it would not take the NX a year to reach 20 million. You know, so I don't think Nintendo would be that stupid to put out that high of a set mark. So I don't think the rumor is true.
No, I don't want to believe it. I would call bluff on it, but I think we won't actually see anything like physically see NX till at least 2017. That's my call.
Yeah, I think holiday.
We have no idea what it is. Nothing about it whatsoever. Just a name. It's way too early just to know that.
Well, that and they've also mentioned that that they were postponing their Zelda content to next year as well. Which I would think they haven't had a Zelda game on the Wii U yet.
Yeah, or at least not a proper one.
Proper one, right?
Yeah, Hyrule always don't count. It's not actually called Zelda, so it doesn't count.
Wind Waker HD.
Remake still don't count.
Yeah.
It's not a new IP.
Yeah, and they did confirm that it is definitely coming to Wii U and not NX, so it's not going to be cancelled for the NX. I think it's going to be like a bit too late to get the Wii U done. Maybe a bit too late.
Nah.
By
Wii
the time
U?
that comes out, because Zelda Wii U could be like the biggest like thing to push the Wii U, really. But if it's going to come out like at the end of its life cycle, you know, it's a bit you know. So
I feel like there's.
I was going to say, I suppose the point I was going to make is they've released all these amiibo, which are supposed to work for different games, but they only work on a certain amount. Surely they've got bigger ideas and plans for this with more games.
Yeah.
Just kind of, do you know what I mean? There's got to be more.
Yeah, I think there would definitely be more coming.
So I doubt it's nowhere near the end yet.
Whilst on the topic of Zelda, there's more Zelda manga on the way, which I'm very excited about because I enjoyed the first 10, and it's from the same team as well, Akira Himikawa. You know, I've got them here. They're about 10 manga set with from I think about 7 to 6 Zelda games. 7 or 8 Zelda games. They're all very good. So I can't wait to see
Be
what
meaning
games.
to get that.
Yeah. I really want to see a Skyward Sword or a Spirit Tracks manga adaptation. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just very excited for this, to be honest.
Dare say I've had a look at any of them, to be honest.
Having a link between worlds would be good. Because obviously,
Yeah, of course.
one of the mangas is A Link to the Past, and it's a direct sequel. So it'd be interesting how or if they would have some collaboration to each other.
Yeah. And on other Zelda news, the director of Triforce Heroes defends the absence of female playable characters, which has been kind of a want for many to have a female Link in the series.
That's just weird.
Yeah, so
don't get that.
I mean,
yeah, so the director says, I'm going to tell you a bit about the story quickly, and we'll circle around here. There's this kingdom, an event happens, and the king needs heroes, so he puts out a call for heroes together, and one of those is this guy, Link. He sees the audition, basically heroes needed, apply here, and that's the start of his adventure. The story calls for this sort of legend / prophecy, where heroes will come together to help solve a problem, and in that, they are male characters. So because the game is set with that as the story background, you cannot choose a gender, you are a male character. Which I think is a bit... Why make the prophecy male anyway? You know, why don't just make them a coincidence they were male characters, you know?
does make me wonder, has this decision been made because people are complaining that they never get to play as a female character, or is it just an idea they just had in their head? Because seriously, if people are complaining about it, that's really annoying. It's like it's not a thing. It's never been a thing. It never should be a thing.
Well, I wouldn't mind it, but I still think the reason is a bit much. But I'm finding this like, well, I think I've just gone back on my own words in a bit. But like, you know, I'm fine if the Link has to be a male, but I'm fine if there's gonna be a female Link. You know, I wouldn't mind that.
I mean, if the whole premise is it's Link, and the main story revolves around Link, and then there are other Links, quote unquote, that come from other systems that you could, team up to play with, it would make sense as to. But I agree, yeah. If the prophecy mentioned just any sort of hero, I can see that passing by as being able to play a female character. But Link has always been known as male. That is explicitly been called out as Link being the hero. You can't really just turn him female.
Yeah.
I think a better direction would be if there was going to make a Zelda game to involve a female character to play as, and even still have the multiplayer aspect. They could make the story so, you still have Link, but then the girl character could be someone like Tetra, or even Zelda.
Yeah.
And then that would have made a little bit more, more acceptable because, Tetra and Zelda are essentially just, they are girl characters. So, I just don't like the thought of turning Link into a female character. There's already a thing about, is Zelda the boy? And this is kind of like, it's gonna make that even worse in a way.
Sorry. Fire Emblem Fates was released last week in Japan, under the name Fire Emblem If. The equivalent launch sales have been Awakening sales, which I think is pretty good. They were released in 2 versions, well, technically 3 if you include the special edition. I think almost 300,000 has been sold already of the of Fire Emblem Fates. which is pretty good news, I would say, because it still shows that the franchise is still very popular, because Awakening was due to be the last one in the franchise. But yeah, and on other news of Fire Emblem Fates last week, it was confirmed that it'll be the first game to support same-sex marriages. It's been pretty well. I don't know if it's a big topic, but it's certainly been noted by a lot of people because not only is
It was a big topic here last week,
Yeah,
in America at least.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I guess I should say congrats to anybody gay in the US then, if you happen to be listening. But yeah, I think this is I think with Fire Emblem Fates are just making it even more better than Awakening and more open to people, especially with the Phoenix mode. I think to make it a bit easier.
From what we understand from Mickey, he said that one gay character and one lesbian character. From what we understand,
Yeah, so I don't think it's like, oh, you get to choose. I think it's early on. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, it is. You can only do it with about one male or female character. I think it's version dependent. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, I think it's pretty nice that they included that in. But yeah, what do you guys think of this leap forward? Let's say.
I think it's fine. It's totally acceptable. You know, times are changing. It's not, you know, bloody 1900s, is it?
Nah.
People just need to build a bridge and get over it because it's just I personally don't see a problem in it. It's like I don't know why people would find a problem with it. But that's just me.
But yeah, I think heard a couple of tweets saying that the US were a bit not jealous, but they saw that Nintendo put same-sex marriages in Fire Emblem Fate, so that's one of the reasons why they made same-sex marriages legal in US. So I thought that was pretty funny.
It's a legitimate conspiracy theory, but it makes sense.
Makes
I think.
sense,
Yeah, no, I think it's about time gaming became inclusive to everybody. I mean, we're doing it more with more like female protagonists in games. Now I think this is the next step. So I'm glad. I'm excited to see this happen.
Yeah, and I can't wait for this to come out 2016. Just quickly, when do you think it'll be out? I'm thinking late spring, to be honest, like April. That's what I'm saying. Because that's the time Awakening came out.
I'm probably going to say about May, late May, probably, actually.
Jason?
I was thinking more along the lines of around because it's already out in Japan.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking around the same time where it came out in Japan, but next year.
Alright.
Yeah, a proper year gap, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be that long, but it could happen. You never know. But yeah, another big game is Shovel Knight. It's coming to retail. It will include the Plague of Shadows expansion as well as a challenge mode. It's coming to all systems. And in addition to this, Yacht Club Games, they have said that there's some Megaton announcements for Nintendo fans that will come to Nintendo exclusive platforms. So there's been quite a lot of Shovel Knight news recently. How do you guys feel about this Shovel Knight news?
Just wish they'd hurry up so I can play Spec tonight.
Yeah, it's coming soon. It's coming soon.
I want it now.
I guess a lot of people will be like, what's the point when it's already, digital and stuff? And I don't even think the game's actually that big in size.
Yeah.
No, I mean in size, as in how much memory it takes.
Oh.
You know, a lot of people don't like going digital, like myself, because it takes up, too much memory and stuff. It's a lot easier to have it on physical, because then, you're saving a lot more memory on your device or system, depending, for other stuff. But I'm okay with it, really. Like I said, I prefer having hard copies of games than having digital.
Yeah.
And I've never played Shovel Knight yet, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess I'm one that's not really looking forward to it as such. It's not on my to get list, really.
It should be. It's a very good game.
Should be, but it will be like, I don't know, the 20th down this year, maybe. There's like 19 games before that on priority, so.
It's a big priority list.
Yeah.
That's what gaming does to you.
Yeah.
All systems, I'm assuming. That's your queue line. It's not just 3DS.
Yeah.
Nearly all systems, yeah.
Yeah, I think that wraps up for our news this week. It was pretty hefty, I would say. The news front, just bit more covering up from E3 with a bit of damage control, I would say. But yeah, it was a good week. Can't wait to see more. Let's move on to our next section. This is our What Have We Been Playing section, where we basically talk about what games we have been playing. Anybody want to start us off?
Don't be
We
shy.
always
Really?
have
Be
this
shy.
every
Sort this out.
week.
I have games I've been playing, but since it's a Nintendo podcast, I don't know if it's necessary to mention it.
Alright.
No, don't mention it.
Just flat out no.
Should be
Okay.
Nintendo.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know. I've been playing. Well, now it's confusing.
See? Told you, no structure.
Well, no. Jason, do you want to go first then?
No, I was just going to say that, to be honest, I haven't actually played a hell of a lot. Like I said, I've only been back for a week. Didn't really play a lot whilst I was out in America, and I've spent the last week just trying to recover and getting back into routine. So I barely played. I played very, very little. If anything, I played a bit of Smash and maybe a bit of Splatoon.
Yeah, Splatoon.
Nothing interesting.
Yeah, Splatoon got the new mode, Tower Control.
Yes.
Not tried it yet.
No.
Alright, it does get a bit of getting used to, but it is pretty fun. Though the biggest problem I have with it is when you go to ranked battles, you have to play only ranked or Tower Control. You can't have a choice between the two. So, like the maps, it alternates every 4 hours, which is just really confusing as to why don't they let you have the option to choose more than one mode at a time, like ranked battle wise. Because if you're gonna have more modes, you've got to be capable of people going on different modes at the same time. So, I just think it's a bit annoying, to be honest.
Death I'm going to know until I really play it and find out, but it does sound frustrating.
Yeah, it is.
It might just be a limitation thing with the servers and
It
stuff.
probably will
Remember,
be, but-
this is a free service, so you can't really expect a lot when it comes to online stuff. And I can imagine that it's easier to limit modes to keep the number of servers down, to keep the servers, strong. As if they multiply the modes, it's going to increase activity on the servers, and so it would cause more problems. I'm just trying to be realistic. So that's the only thing I can think of. The reason why they may be doing it, possibly.
But yeah, Tower Control is still pretty fun. What else have been? I've been finishing off quite a couple of games. I think I finished Earthbound. I don't know if I mentioned that on the last one or not, but Earthbound, I finally finished that.
I think you touched on it quite
I may have, I
vaguely.
don't know.
Yeah.
I may have said I was at the final part, but yeah, it was a really good game. Greatly enjoyed it. I also finished Kirby Superstar for the SNES on Wii U Virtual Console. Because the biggest trouble I had with it was Great Cave Offensive, because I was always stuck on where to go, and I was stuck in this one big area because I thought you had to get all treasure to make it out. I didn't know that you actually had to make it out.
No, but if you're going to 100% it, you need to get all the treasure.
Yeah, but I'm not that bothered because it's so big and stuff.
That's the whole point. It's a great big treasure hunt in an underground labyrinth.
But yeah, that was probably like my favourite mode though in the whole game. But the other one I've been playing a lot recently, and I finished today, was Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga for the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, I missed that.
It's a very good game. I love all the Mario and Luigi games. Well, I haven't played Partner in Time. I may see if I could get that.
Yeah, you're missing out. It's a good game.
Yeah, I just love the Mario and Luigi games in general. Really, it's just very quirky, very funny, very fun.
Think you're gonna play the new Paper Mario and Luigi coming out?
That was probably on the top of my list for most wanted at E3, to be honest. Even though a lot of people are just saying, "Oh, it's like the same old thing," I was like, you know, if it was like every single year, then I'd be like, maybe, but you know, it's still like a 3-year thing, so I'm like, oh, come on, just give me a new one. You know, that's my gap, I would say, with games like these, but I can't really think of like a massive gripe, to be honest. Like, it's just all very well done. It's relatively lengthy. It's about 15 hours it took me. But yeah, it is very good game, very fleshed out. Though it is a bit weird going back to like the first one, which is so old, and then because I'm planning on buying Partners in Time and then Bowser's Inside Story, which I've already played, to replay them, with Bowser's Inside Story at least. But yeah, I wonder how each series, well not each series, but each game will progress, and I'm very excited. For Paper Jam, of course. Well, actually, my biggest complaint about it is that the Bros attacks, where like you use both Mario and Luigi to do an attack, there's not really a whole lot of them, which I was a bit disappointed by, because that's the thing I loved about Bowser's Inside Story and Dream Team Bros, was all like the unique attacks. So it's a bit bad that that wasn't there, but you know, still a very enjoyable game. I'm writing a review for it for VGTribune. Yeah, Sam and Matthew, or Sam, I think you're the only one left.
Yeah, I've been playing Yoshi's Woolly World,
I wanted to get that,
and I love it. It's just such a light-hearted and fun game. I mean, I've already finished it, so I finished it very quickly, but it was still really good fun to play, and there are like secret levels which are harder than the normal levels, which do drive you a bit insane, but it is very good. I highly recommend it, and I even managed to get a Woolly Yoshi with it as well.
The Woolly Yoshis are just the best thing about it.
They are
so
awesome.
awesome. They're like the best amiibos out of any amiibo yet.
It's the fact you can get all the different
costumes.
like costumes, yeah, and then you can save it onto the Yarn Yoshi, and then every time you tap him in, he has that particular costume on, which is really good.
I think that's pretty good use for me, but to be honest.
My only niggle was like none of the Pokemon ones have a costume.
Yeah,
I'm guessing something went on with Game Freak where they wouldn't allow it.
Well, I'm saying it would be Pokemon Company or Game Freak. That's weird because there's Mega Man and Sonic outfits on there, so
Yeah, but
why not
Yeah,
Nintendo's own franchise?
But it's not Nintendo's own. It's Game
Well,
Freak. That's the company that makes Pokemon, and it's Nintendo that has to get the rights from Game Freak to use their content still. And that's kind of why it's I don't know. It's really weird with the Pokemon games and stuff because isn't there another game where Pokemon Amiibo doesn't get involved? Oh yeah, Mario Kart. You'd think that Mario Kart they would introduce with Pikachu costume or something, but
nope.
no, it's weird. Game Freak has got some really weird
Ownership problem.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, like there's a good amount that aren't Amiibo compatible. I think there's only like about half that's compatible with Mario Kart. Like none of the Fire Emblem characters are there. Shulk isn't there. Kid Icarus characters aren't there.
But more is to be revealed apparently.
Hopefully. Yeah. I'm hoping for a Shulk outfit. On his helmet.
I just got Shulk.
Yeah, I got a Shulk as well from game.
He just literally came through the mail today. I got it from Nintendo store.
I still need to get mine, but I'm only 3 amiibos away, and then I'm up to date.
Yeah, I managed to get. I also managed to get Lil Mac and King Deedee yesterday.
Yeah, I got Little Mac.
Hey,
I got my Rosalina.
Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good one.
And y'all are lucky to get Woolly World. I think America doesn't get it till October.
Yeah.
That's
I
very long.
find that weird. Like,
Okay.
Very long way away.
Yeah.
Speaking of Amiibo and speaking of America, okay, to everyone in the UK, the reason why we cannot find a Pac-Man anywhere is because every freaking Pac-Man is in America.
You need a Pac-Man?
Yes.
I just saw Pac-Man by Walmart the other day.
Yes.
At Walmart. If you need me to, I'll go pick you up one and ship it.
No. I came home from America with 3 Pac-Mans.
Oh, you brought some. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
I bought one for myself, one for my friend, and then I won one in a raffle at the Street Pass LA. I was like,
Pac-Man. You get a Pac-Man. Everyone gets a Pac-Man.
And then we kept going into different shops like Target, GameStop, Walmart, and Best Buy as well. They sell them, and yeah, just Pac-Man everywhere. I was like, trying to find a Pac-Man in the UK is like trying to find a needle in a haystack, and I'm seeing them everywhere in America.
Now, is there a flip side? Is there an amiibo that's common in the UK that's not here, like Jigglypuff or
Diddy Kong?
Yeah, Diddy Kong. It was gonna be mine.
America's just as bad. We went into what was it? I think a Target maybe, and I will not kid you, right? The only amiibo that I had there was Diddy Kong and a couple of like Mario maybe and maybe a Peach, but there had to be at least 20 Diddy Kong there. It was just all Diddy Kong. I was like, I've never seen so many Diddy Kong in one store. It was an insane amount.
Well, it's top tier, so.
But you would think that when he was like, the best character, as people said, you'd think that would go get that amiibo because he was like the best character. Well, he ain't no more, but at the time he was, apparently. And then you think that, people would get that amiibo, but apparently no one liked the Diddy Kong amiibo.
I mean, isn't the whole reason the process behind how they determine how many amiibo to print off or to make for certain characters is just demand on the games and popularity of the games, right? So obviously not many people, as much as I hate to say it, but Fire Emblem, very popular, but my nephew is not going to know what the heck that is. But hardcore fans will, so that's why it's so freaking hard to find like Lucina.
Or like Ness, because it's only appeared in like one cult game, Earthbound. So and that hasn't even released. That wasn't even released over in UK. It's only on Wii U Virtual Console. So It does make a bit of business sense, but in terms of giving the fans what they want, they're just missing a huge opportunity.
It does come down to retailers as well,
Yeah,
because they have control of what they order. They have control of where it's distributed, how they're going to sell it. I mean, Dark Pit is an example for Best Buy. It was like only Best Buy. Now, surely, you know, that they got to discuss this between each other at some point, but they have control, and that's why we're probably not seeing some in certain places, or it might just be like a first come first served, and it's just a big scramble, and that's how they get distributed, really.
That's the thing I'll probably never get used to if I was out in the States, is they have Amiibo exclusive to certain stores,
yeah.
as we don't. You know, our Amiibos are free to any retailer, as in the US they have it, you know, like I said, Dark Pit is exclusive to Best Buy.
It looks like you can't order him online either, so I will probably be camping out for him the night before.
Yeah, I admit I have actually looked on the Nintendo US site, and it's completely different to the UK one. And yeah, you can't actually order from Nintendo themselves, can you?
Yeah, you can on
As such.
In the UK, but not on.
Yeah, I know you can in the UK because that's where I got all mine from. But it's just we
That's
tried
a
to
bit-
look for the US one for the ones that were missing. You know, sorry that we're kind of nicking some of your amiibos, but hey ho, you guys do it to us. Come on. But yeah, it's really weird. I was like, why do Nintendo deliver to UK but not US? When it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Nintendo's weird. I've got weird decisions.
Oh, so we get Amiibo much earlier than US. Like,
Oh, I feel sorry for you. You got to wait till September to get Ganondorf. Oh,
Wait,
that's
what?
painful.
Are you serious?
We've already
Yeah,
got
I
it.
think so,
I've got
yeah.
it.
Oh my god.
yeah, I've got Ganondorf. I got
He's gonna seriously
Oh,
hate
wait.
us.
I'll be right back. I'm flying to the UK.
Sam, do you have Palutena?
Yep.
Jeez, her face. It's horrible.
Her face.
The way you said that.
What's wrong with Palutina's face?
Face.
Her face.
That's gonna be the
Her
title
eyes
now.
do look really dark, I'll admit. They look proper grim. I was a bit like, whoa, hello.
What? The eyes?
Yeah, they look a bit dark around the eyes. Mine
Bit
does
dark.
at least.
No, it's just like too big, and then the mouth is a bit off, you know. And then,
Oh, that must be just yours, Sam, because mine's actually. I don't see any problem with mine. Yeah, I can admit the eyes are a bit dark, but I wouldn't say the eyes are like
Oh no,
oversized
that's
or
it.
anything.
Apart from the eyes, it's fine. But maybe Matthew's got a really defective one then.
I don't think.
Oh, I just.
Oh.
Sorry, I just heard that the wrong way.
No,
I completely like. Right, I have to. When I edit, I have to stop at this moment because I don't think I completely heard what you said.
Oh, I know how he heard it now. But
no, just
No,
No,
like, no, I don't. No, I'm looking over. Yeah, but the
just
quality of
cut it out. Just be safe. Cut it out. Just yeah. Let's carry on.
No, we're sticking it in.
Ah.
I have to say, Dark Pit is really cool looking. Like, really cool. He's probably like one of my favourite designs of Amiibo.
I was kind of worried when I got my Dark Pit because I thought, you know, because he's holding his weapon out straight, I seriously
Yeah,
thought
like-
his weapon was going to be like literally
Bent.
bent like a boomerang.
But it really isn't though, is it?
No, it's pretty straight.
It's pretty good, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
quite happy with that.
Very satisfied.
And then I got my Marth. Yay, finally.
and we
And a
discovered
Marth
why
in
the
the
sword
store.
is bent.
I looked at it and thought, oh, that's the reason why all the swords are bent. It's because the box is too small. When you look at it inside the box, the sword is literally leant against the side of the casing, which is why everyone's Marth sword is bent.
That's a
Yay,
bit
discovery! Learn something new every day.
annoying. Yeah. Yeah, I think even though we talked about Amiibo, I think that basically wraps up for what I've really been playing. Yoshi Woolly World was probably the one to look out for. I still need money to get that.
Admittedly, I have been playing it. I just haven't played it a hell of a lot. I did one level with my girlfriend. She's been playing it more than I have. But I played one level and yeah, I just haven't got back to it.
And you
I'll
two
get back
got
to it.
angry at each other, that's why.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. Co-op is fun, but just be careful. if you're in a relationship, just be careful.
But yeah, that basically wraps up. Let's move on to our next section. This is our next section. This week is a game instead of a discussion. So this is how the game works. One person picks a scenario, and then the other three pick a Nintendo character best suited for that scenario. And then after everybody has done theirs, we will all enter a sort of battle where we explain why our picks for our characters will win the fight, per se.
Crumbs.
So, does anybody want to start off? Well, who wants to go first?
What, a scenario or...
Yeah.
Well, you kind of warned me, so I luckily had time today at work to think of something I can...
Yeah.
That was rubbishy, but I guess it's gonna have to do. But I guess my scenario is the city runs out of power. The generators aren't working. Which hero or character would be best suited to provide electricity to the city?
Can I go first?
Pikachu.
Damn it!
Mewtwo! Jason, you go first because you said I want to go first.
He's already said it.
Take it.
Now you can keep your Pikachu. You're fine. Just start with Matt and then be you, and then I'll think of one during that rotation.
Alright, Matthew, you said Pikachu.
Yep. Do I explain my reasoning why?
Well, yeah,
Or-
because... Yeah, and then Sam
Well,
picks-
I mean, he's electric rat. I mean, pretty straightforward reasoning. He needs to provide, and as we've seen, like in the anime, you can kind of, you can space and he'll be able to provide electricity to whatever building you may need. Now, granted, I think the episode I saw, Pokemon Emergency, it was like the second episode of the series. They had a bunch of Pikachus running on a generator, so one Pikachu probably would not be enough. So if you had a horde of Pikachus, but if we're sticking single character, just Pikachu.
Okay.
My answer would be Mega Ampharos, because he's a more powerful electric type. So there.
Any more than that? You could
Jay-
expand any possible
Well, no, because he's an electric type,
examples.
obviously.
There is an example, and I can think of one because you've said the Pokemon. I could instantly
Yeah,
think of.
Mega Ampharos. I suppose this is like one episode where like he powered a train or something. Or a
Yeah.
generator.
I should be giving you reasons. I should be...
Thanks, Sam.
I'm trying to help at least.
Yeah. Yeah, Mega Ampharos would be pretty good. I feel
Okay.
like.
Okay.
Jason, have you thought of a character?
I tried to be really smart and think of like a non-Pokemon character, but I failed miserably. So, electric type. I say Zapdos. Why not?
That's like I was gonna think of. Then, be Jason, go on then.
Zapdos can. I don't know. He's electric type, obviously. And whenever someone needs him, he can just fly over there and power the hell out of it. Yeah, didn't think of that one, did you? Need to get to destinations. Ampharos can't do that. He doesn't have wings. Yeah. And Pikachu can't fly either. And then stick him in a slingshot or something. I don't think I need to say any more to that.
Sam, who do you pick?
I'm gonna have to go with Jason's one. He picked a good.
Please.
He thought of
In
it.
the
all.
bag.
Well done.
You need to get your
I was hoping for Mega Man. He has electric power suit, didn't he?
Well, I would say Elecman would be better.
Yeah. Or that.
Elecman.
Meh.
Oh, that would be better because he's in charge of like the generator, isn't he? In the first Mega Man, like,
Mm.
that would work so well.
Too late. You said Mega Ampharos, so yeah, you lose.
Should I go first?
What for a scenario or?
Yeah.
What Matt should have said was Pikachu on a slingshot, then maybe he would have won.
There's an Ampharos on a station.
No, the other Matt. The Matt that said Pikachu. Pikachu on a
He may have
slingshot, then
won.
he would. But yeah, just Pikachu on his own. He's only good enough to
anyway,
power up a little.
This is my scenario. You are robbing a bank. Who do you bring along?
Oh.
He goes first.
What? Oh man.
Yeah, so you're robbing a bank. Who do you bring along?
Sam, you can go first.
Oh, okay. Christ. Does there have to be just one specific character, or can I, Matt has like a whole team of Pikachus, so...
Well, no, like, if it's like a team or something.
I was going to say Team Rocket.
What?
They come up with all
Okay.
sorts of scenarios,
Yeah.
different
And they can-
plans, and
they'll
giant
screw it
robots.
up.
Oh, shut
Yeah,
it!
and
And they'll
which of
screw it
them
up.
have ever worked?
None, but still, they come up with loads of different ideas. They do it with very little money. They're always broke.
Exactly, because none of the
Because they spend all the
ideas
money on robots.
work.
But still.
It's still bad.
Well,
Right.
too late.
I'm on the spot. I don't
You're done.
care.
Ow.
Jason, do you want to go?
Ooh. Oh, see, it's hard to think now when you put me on the spotlight.
See?
You know what?
I at least
No.
came up with one.
I'm gonna. No, I was gonna go for a Pokemon, but I'm not now. I think I'll probably say. Oh, what's his name? Oh wow, I suck so bad. Right, I'm gonna say Sonic. Why not? Can I say Sonic, or is it because
You
he
can say
says he's
anybody
not
if
allowed?
you have a justified reason. Unlike Sam.
Oh, shut up. They get better in
Hey,
X and Y.
Team Rocket's Pokemon, so it's Nintendo. Sonic's technically not Nintendo.
No. He's kind of Nintendo. Like,
You know what? No, okay, scratch that. I'm gonna
Oh.
say Ganondorf.
okay, why Ganondorf?
Because he can take over anything he likes. Every time he attempts to take over Hyrule, he does. Every time he changes a castle into his own castle, he can. He can change that bank into his own fortress.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. Matthew, who's your pick?
Alright, hear me out.
Oh.
He's had time to think. No fair.
Captain
Pikachu.
Olimar from Pikmin. Because,
I think I see your reasoning already.
come on, he controls a whole ton of Pikmin, and each Pikmin has a different, not ability, but, he can use his little Pikmin lings to distract the bank workers, and, one could be sweet-talking the bank teller, although I'm not sure that would go off well, but hey, it could still happen, while
Sweet
one
talking
is
Pikmin.
picking, one
a
is
new title.
picking the lock. Yeah.
Isn't Olimar really tiny? Because he
That's what I
goes
was
around
about to
collecting
ask you,
fruit
Matt.
and apples. and
Isn't.
you
Yeah.
can basically squish him.
I'm
How
not doing that.
how would they nick the money?
Yeah.
Like, no.
That's
going to
take like
ants.
a good couple of thousand
They
Pikmin, I
would
think.
nick
It will-
like
it will be-
Bitcoin. Like,
It would be like it would be like a colony of ants with like a note and a penny each. per ant.
certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all work together.
Going out the door.
All right, maybe they wouldn't be very hidden. I will say that, but come on, teams. Work in teams.
Right.
I told you to let me finish.
I seriously thought you were going to say Pikachu on a Slingshot.
Right. I'm not going with Matt. Sorry. Even though I like your idea, but Pikmin are too small. To be honest, I'm torn between Ganondorf and Team Rocket, because Team Rocket, at least they have a good couple of gadgets, and plus they have disguises that actually work well. So you never know, they could disguise themselves
Ash is
as.
just stupid.
Well, like, people are stupid for not realizing who they are. So,
Team Rocket, who's that?
but Ganondorf is
yeah.
pretty good to rob a bank with. Don't know if I should choose Team Rocket to for the pure comedy factor.
It's your choice, dude. You gotta make
As long
a call.
as you come up with one scenario where they actually succeeded, which is never.
They do it as they get through to X and Y. They get better. They actually become a bit more
But did
professional.
they succeed?
They did in quite a few circumstances, yes. If you actually ever watch the cartoons.
I only watched like first series, and I didn't watch after that. So. But they don't succeed. You know.
I'm gonna go Ganondorf.
I'm good at this game.
You are good at this game. Jason or Matthew, who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Do you have a story?
Matthew will go next.
All right. You are alone in the desert, and there's nothing for hundreds of miles. Who do you bring with you to go fetch help?
To go fetch help.
Go fetch for help.
Can
Who's
I go?
going first? Go on then.
I don't know if I want to be like just so standard and pick Pokemon, because
I
like
don't know.
I can't think of anybody else.
Pikachu on a Slingshot.
That would work.
Would actually work.
That would work.
Thinking hard enough.
Is that your final answer?
It's not my guy, so I don't count.
I may do that just to like rob Jason of the idea. Yeah, I'm gonna go Pikachu on a Slingshot. Let's go with that.
You said you can go for Pokemon.
It doesn't matter. Like well, I was thinking of Pokemon. I couldn't think of anybody, so I'm going with Pikachu on a Slingshot. Sam, who are you bringing along to the desert?
I'm still trying to think of something reasonable. God. I'm so pants at thinking of things on the spot. I don't want to pick a Pokemon because that's just lame.
Yeah,
I was going to go... well, the only idea I can think of is Gligar because it's a ground type and a flying type. It won't get tired in desert and it will be able to fly and get help and won't get tired.
That's pretty good. Jason?
Damn it.
Man, I stumped y'all. What the?
Well. I don't want. I'm seriously trying to think of a non-Pokemon, and
I know,
Pokemon
it's hard,
seems to
isn't it?
always be the easiest.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say Kirby.
I was thinking about him earlier. Yeah.
Go on.
Well, he was a big shooting star that goes, super duper fast, and he can go find help and be like, "Hey, this guy needs help," and then he'll just follow them bring him back.
Well,
and go,
Kirby
"Ta-da!"
Kill the help.
Oh.
He would kill the help, or he'd turn him into little animals. Or
Kirby's got a new voice. Yeah, that guy needs help.
Or Kirby flies away, and then swallows a spaceship, comes back, and then ta-da, got a spaceship.
Oh my.
Why don't you just take you in the spaceship?
Because he needs to get the spaceship first.
can other people ride in a spaceship at the warp star?
Hang on. No. The question was to go get help, not to get you out of the situation.
Just,
So Kirby has to go get help first. See, I listened to the question.
Yep, this guy needs help. Oh dear, that was brilliant.
Who's your pick?
Hey, it's not Pokemon, so
So we got a Pikachu on a slingshot, Gligar, and Kirby.
Kirby.
Oh, man. Well, as much as I want to say Pikachu on the slingshot just for saying he's Pikachu on the slingshot, I don't see any way of... who knows how big that slingshot is. I mean, if it were really big, it's several hundred miles, so I don't know if it would be able to get Pikachu out to the desert that far. Kirby, I know his warp star can travel at infinite amounts of
it can travel
distance
in space.
in the universe. So,
Yeah.
as much
Goes
as
to a different planet.
a different planet, yeah. As much as Gligar is resistant to probably not passing out in the desert before he reaches help, I just think Kirby would get there faster and get back faster with help. So I'm going to go with Kirby.
I own you. I think I've clearly won this game.
Jason, it's your go to pose a scenario.
Why? I've already won.
Still, it's for the
okay.
fans.
Come on, big head. Post a scenario then.
I shall do a finale, okay?
Okay, finale. Right.
Yeah, this is a finale because it's the last one. Damn it, my scenario is kind of similar to Matt's.
Matthew, find some Jeopardy or some countdown, just for some background music for this.
No.
Oh no, I'm gonna add Professor Layton theme.
Oh, fair enough.
Great. Anyway, the scenario is the world is coming to an end. It's going to blow up. Who do you think? Who do you think you will have to prevent it?
Oh, can I go first? I've thought of one already.
Go on then.
I will choose Link. Hero of Time. Go back in time. Stop the problem.
Now wow, you really put me in a tough position now.
Yay!
Now I have to try and choose without being biased.
Right.
Go on, Matt.
Hold on. How
What
is
one
How is the world coming to an end? Like, what's causing it?
Okay. I'll...
Oh, that's not fair. I've given my answer already.
Same result.
Oh, fine. I'll think of
it's
something.
a black hole. There's no helping it.
Yeah, I can think of something.
I don't know. The core is heating up too much, and it will just combust.
Yep, ice rod. There we go.
That's not a character.
Well, Link can use the ice rod, so.
Yeah, exactly. I thought of something straight away on the spot.
That's
Just no idea.
Still, okay, so you're gonna go with Link using the ice rod.
Yeah. Travel back in time, stop him from happening.
Which one is it?
He's the hero of time.
Yeah. Well, he's going to go back in time after the world exploded?
No, prevent it from happening, because it's gradually going to build up, isn't it? If you stop it.
So basically just shoot it with the ice arrow. Okay.
Yeah. Prevention's better than stopping it at the pinnacle point.
Okay. Matt, you go one of you 2 minutes. This is confusing. Got 2 minutes. Stop it.
Gibbo or Matthew Williams, I guess.
Gibbo, go on.
Right.
You're on the spotlight. You.
Taboo from Smash Bros. Brawl. The final boss in that game.
Okay.
Specifically the intense mode of Taboo.
Okay.
A vaguely remember it.
You mean the Taboo, who is a bad guy who would just blow up the world
Yeah,
himself?
like the blue guy. Yeah, exactly. So if he's able to like blow up the world, no, he could put out like whatever causing the problem in subspace, therefore preventing the problem.
Doesn't he just warp the whole section of that planet
Well,
in a
exactly. So like,
void?
yeah, so like, say if it's a black hole, just put the black hole in the subspace. There you go. Simple as that. Sit down.
Doesn't really solve the problem, it just moves it.
Well, like, how the ice
I'm
rod-
That's not the other people, though.
I don't think the ice rod will be enough to stop it.
No, he's had his go. I'm trying to figure out where you're going with this. Where did the black hole come from?
Well, like, say if there is a black hole, like, as an example.
No, I didn't say there was a black hole, so you can't say that.
You don't know what... We don't know what's caused the,
I said the core of the Earth
Right.
got too hot, and as you know, it went off like a balloon. It got too...
Right.
I know it's not really... It's probably not a logical thing, realistically, but
the Slingshot.
it's, it's something, yeah.
Oh, no,
The core overheats in the Earth and then it explodes. The cause of it? Don't know. Maybe some
okay.
weird magic.
I'm still gonna go with Taboo, because he was able to control Master Hand, who's the essence of creation. So therefore, Taboo will be able to control
Okay.
life. Therefore, he will be able to control the core.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Go on, Matt.
Good lord. Right. Other Matthews.
please think of something really good.
Samus Aran with her suit, because she could go to the core of the Earth. I think that suit can withstand a lot of heat. It depends on which game, but she has the Ice Beam, which is more powerful than the Ice Rod. So I don't know how Link would get down there. Maybe the oh my gosh, the red tunic. What the hell is it? What's the name of it?
It's the red tunic.
Red
go on,
tunic.
Jake.
Tunic, maybe?
Yeah. So he could get down. I mean, he could possibly get down there, but I feel like Samus's armor would be much more of a way to get past the heat, and then just cool down the core with the Ice Beam.
Okay.
Amen.
So I have got a Link with an Ice Rod. Ice Rod? You said Ice Rod, right?
Ice Rod, yes.
To freeze the core to prevent it from happening. I'm having a feeling freezing the core to the Earth will cause a lot of problems in some way. I'm no scientist, but that's just thinking outside the box a little bit. Taboo, I'm sorry, Matt, but I can't.
Why not?
Because Taboo is like a big bad guy. Why would he have any
Well,
reason to
Ganondorf
say
is a big bad guy, and I chose him.
People, yeah, well, bad guys rob banks. You gave me that scenario.
Okay, good point.
He has his own world to worry about. I don't think he's going to worry about ours, is he?
Good point.
Taboo could just do it himself. I really cannot see the reason why Taboo would save
Oh,
things.
wait, hold on. You just
And-
said Taboo can do it himself. Therefore, he's fully capable of doing it.
Pretty capable, but not willing
He's pretty
to do
capable
it.
of blowing up the world.
But he can still do it.
Link's a
the
hero.
scenario
He's
was
going to
how
do
to
it.
prevent
He
it.
wants
Well,
to save the
But
planet.
he won't be able to.
Yeah, he
Possibly.
will. Great fairies. They're help.
Okay, good point.
Yeah, and I admit that Matt does have a good point with Link, that I don't know how Link would get there. I guess...
Like,
trying to think what
fairies,
equipment Link could
obviously.
use.
Yeah, well...
Is there any equipment that Link could use to get to the core?
And I could say she could turn into the ball, burrow into the ground.
Which doesn't really borrow though. I need the
Not
whole-
really burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole has to.
The only
already
other
be
thing
there.
I can think of is the rupee garment from Twilight Princess. Might waste a lot of money, but at least you get there without any damage.
Good point. So, Jason,
I want to
who
say
do you-
Link because, I'm a Zelda fan and stuff, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to be biased. But I don't want to say Samus because I don't want to say it to avoid being biased. See, I hate you guys, I really do.
Well, you won anyway, so does it really matter?
True.
No, this is for second
Then,
place.
yeah.
Just choose who you want to go for.
Link.
Yay.
Ah.
Screw you, Matt, and your Samus, because I think, to be honest, Samus... Okay, I need to think of a good reason why Samus can't do it. I don't know, she might break a nail or something.
Okay, good point. That's a fair conclusion. Samus, even though she saved, well, to be honest, I don't know what she saved. But she saved, a lot of people or something. But when it comes to saving the Earth, she's worried she'll break a nail.
Yep.
That's some fair reasoning there.
To be honest, I already know I've made the wrong decision because, Samus is a character that actually saves planets, as Link only saves one tiny area. But yeah. I'm the judge. Don't care.
Okay.
I win. Moving on.
Yep, so well done, Jason, for winning this situation battled. Wits and bullshit.
Pikachu and a slingshot.
Sore loser.
Nah, just kidding. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I think we should do this more often, really.
I think we should just change it around and have different type of games. Because I think I've actually got a game in mind I would like to try, but I won't say anything until next time.
Yeah, exactly. So look forward to Jason's game, everybody. So should we head to our final section? So this is our final section, which are basically shoutouts and other stuff. This week my big shout out has to be to Matthew, our guest, as well as VGTribune. Please check out their site. There's hopefully going to be a lot more content coming on the way. Yeah, I'm writing a review for Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Probably be writing some more in the coming weeks. Oh yeah, and hopefully, well, I think I may be going to Hyper Japan on the 10th of July, which is about.
No, you will be. It's not May. It's will.
Yay.
You will. So.
I'll be covering that as well on the site. That's my big shout out. I can't really. Well, I guess fellow podcast Nintendo Dads and Japan Time on the site as well. But yeah, those are my biggest shout outs. Oh, as well as Game Brentwood for continuing the impressive stock of Amiibo. As I picked up about 7 in the past week. So they're on top form. Nintendo in general as well. Do any of you guys have shoutouts this week?
I think me and Sam have got a few.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you know what they are, Jason?
I know 2 of them, well, even 3 of them, I guess.
Did you manage to find the details?
Yeah.
Is it
I
the Spanish
maybe.
guy that you met in LA?
Nope, and he's not Spanish. I don't know where you got that idea from.
That's his accent, isn't it? Or Mexican?
No, that didn't happen. Oh, look, I'm trying to find the dates here. Right.
I've got the dates if you want to mention the
Okay,
events.
you do the street pass. stuff then. And then
Oh, okay. Well, I have a few. I've got quite a few bits in my head. We've got Street Pass, Brighton's second birthday event, which is going to be on the 26th of July at the Hope and Ruin. So they've got lots of things going on there. We have Street Pass Portsmouth Summer Party, which is on the 11th of July at the Royal Maritime Club. So there's that. We also have our own Street Pass Southampton. There's more details to follow, but I believe we will be sorting out some sort of charity event. So keep your eyes peeled for that one for more details to come.
Ooh.
Jason, do you want to put your shout outs in next?
Yeah, I've still got a couple.
Go for it.
I'll give a shout out to Street Pass LA, of course. I went to the event whilst I was out there during E3. They're really nice guys, fun people. So go send them loads of likes on their Facebook page and go follow them on Twitter. Give them a hand.
Thanks for keeping Jason out of trouble.
Yeah.
And do I have to?
Yes.
I really hate you guys. Go see Geekscape TV on YouTube. On there, give them a shout out. Some crazy guy who did a weird interview while at the E3 involving the LA Street Pass, and I got involved in the video shortly, a bit, kinda. And yeah, I won't tell you who I am because
Jason's really looking forward to Animal Crossing. Happy home designer. Keep an eye on that one.
apparently, yeah. So yeah, go subscribe to them if you really want to. And I guess I got one more. Whilst I was in America and at Disneyland, I came across one of my favourite YouTubers. He's well known for doing loads of Nintendo content. He does other stuff from Nintendo as well, especially recently he has. You might already know him, I don't know. He's quite popular on YouTube. Josh Jepson. He does awesome videos. I love watching him. I got to meet him whilst I was in Disneyland, and it was actually an honour. Actually, you know, he's one of my favourite YouTubers, and it was like, you know, what are the chances?
What was his name again?
Josh
Jepson.
Just Jepson.
Oh, Jepson.
Is that all yours, Jason?
And then, well, go like Street Pass Southampton as well, of course.
Of course.
And Portsmouth and Basingstoke and
you stole it.
Everyone else.
I was going to say a big thank you to Street Pass Basingstoke because they did quite a good Splatoon event. Even though they had a few technical issues with online, they did really well. So well done to them. I enjoyed it. I missed out on the chance of getting a Meta Knight amiibo, but I had a good time.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Game Southampton. Just thank you for all the restocks and of amiibo because it's helped me collect a few more. So yeah, I think that's all of mine now.
And don't forget, Street Pass UK podcast is back.
Oh damn it, that was the other one. Thank you. That reminded me.
We may be doing crossover, although Neil Maker fired some shots at us over at Gorney. So yeah, they didn't hurt, but they were still shots.
Yeah, but was it a jack?
Probably a jack.
Well, yeah, but it
Is that
affected
Jack
us
then,
as a podcast.
Oh well.
Though we may be doing a crossover with them and maybe DS London. But yeah, there's a lot of podcasts to shout out this week. Street Pass London as well. They're holding their event at St Dunstan in London on the 19th of July. It's like out in this nice area, I think, near Castle Ruins, and we're gonna have a picnic there and play our 3DSs. But yeah, check the Street Pass UK site for any other events near you. But yeah, it's a pretty good podcast episode. It's not really much else really. I'm saying about this time again in 2 weeks, so about the 17th. We may be having a proper discussion, or we may be having a game, one or the other. Any final thoughts, you guys?
Got to play Splatoon this weekend.
Oh, yeah, Splatfest as well.
Actually, no, yeah.
Splatfest.
By the time this podcast is up, then yeah, it's already gone past. So
It probably will be.
never mind.
I feel a bit sorry for the US, because I think because the day after 4th of July, which is a big holiday over there, isn't it, for independence and such, and that's the time of Splatfest, so they won't have a chance to play it. Even though it's on like the whole day, I think.
That won't stop.
Yeah,
That won't stop people from playing hardcore.
there probably will be, but like,
Yeah.
but yeah. But hopefully it'll be going well because it was delayed due to I don't think lagging, but just technical difficulties online. But yeah, I think it's good coming weeks. Let's just play Nintendo. Yeah. Thank you all for listening to Nintendo Podcast System, episode 8, I believe. The title, Pikachu with a Slingshot. Still got some laughs. Either that or Samus's broken fingernail.
Picture on a Slingshot.
One or the other.
Can we just say a big thank you
Picture
to
on a
Matt?
Slingshot breaking in an nail.
Oh yeah, of course.
Matt, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, for this week.
Sorry for the craziness.
No, it's been a hoot. I'm glad to be on. I'm glad to have contributed to the Pikachu on a Slingshot use case. So. Thank y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, just thanks for listening. This is Pokémon, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.